Hi everyone, it's Tatyana from Tatyana's Everyday Food and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I wanted to share with you guys a special dessert made with my favorite berries. So we're making mini blueberry tarts with cinnamon and white chocolate drizzle. And I love these little tarts. They're just the right size for a little snack and they're super easy to make. And especially in the summertime when you have lots of fresh plump blueberries, this is the perfect little treat to make for yourself. Now today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own pie crust. Just toss a few ingredients together and you have a very simple butter-based crust, or you can also use this recipe with store-bought pre-made pie crust. Then you really don't have an excuse not to make these because then it's super simple from there. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and let me show you how to make that pie crust. Into a food processor, I'm going to add 1 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of white sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to add 3/4 cup of cold butter. Now I cut this into smaller pieces and you want it to be really cold. So if necessary, you can even place it into the freezer for a few minutes so that it's nice and hard. You want to pulse the butter and flour mixture until it resembles fine crumbs. And now I can start adding my water. So I'm going to be adding 1/4 cup of water and I add about a tablespoon at a time and give it a mix after each addition. You want to pulse this dough until it comes together into a ball. I'm going to lightly flour my work surface and we're going to turn that dough out onto the surface here. And I'm going to knead this dough just a couple times so it comes together nicely. I'm going to cover this with my plastic wrap and this is going to go into the refrigerator. So the dough needs to set for about an hour. Flatten it to a nice disc shape. And after an hour, it'll be ready to be formed into our tarts. While our crust is setting, we can work on our filling. So I have 3 cups of large blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen, whichever one you have on hand. We're gonna add half a cup of white sugar. Sprinkle that over the top. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Give a recipe a little bit of zestiness. And just take a spoon and toss this all together. You can even press down on the berries. They start releasing some of their juices. I just took my dough out of the refrigerator. You want to sprinkle your work surface with a little bit of flour and then just knead it for a few minutes. Flour your rolling pin so that the dough doesn't stick to that either. And we're going to roll this into a nice large rectangle. Once you've rolled out your dough, and it needs to be fairly thin, you want to take a 2.5-inch circle cookie cutter and we're going to cut out little circles all along the dough. Today I'm going to be using this 24-count mini cupcake pan. So into each little tin you want to drop a piece of that dough and it drops right in. Just take your fingers, kind of shape it along the edges at the bottom. So this is really simple. And now I'm just going to take a nice healthy spoonful of these blueberries and stuff them right into the center. So you want them kind of overflowing over the top. They'll shrink a little bit while in the oven. Just kind of press them down into there. Perfect. Just going to fill these last few tarts and I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and these need to bake in the oven just until the edges of the tarts turn a nice golden brown color. I just took my tarts out of the oven and now I'm just using a spoon to gently take them out of their tins and set them onto a cooling rack. At this point they're very hot, so be careful and then just let them cool completely on the rack. And once our little tarts are cooled, we can drizzle some melted white chocolate over the top. And that's it for our blueberry tarts. So once you drizzle the tops with the white chocolate, just let it set and then it's ready to be eaten with anything. A glass of cold milk, some coffee, some tea, all those would go so well with these tarts. And I love the white chocolate drizzle. It gives these little tarts just the right amount of garnish. And now it's time to give them a try. These tarts are so good. I love all the plump, juicy, sweet blueberries in them, and the crust is so heavenly. It's perfect. It's flaky, it's crunchy, it's buttery, and it goes so well with these tarts. And the other thing I like is that little hint of cinnamon in these tarts. There's only 1 teaspoon for the entire recipe, but it gives it such a great flavor. It really rounds everything off. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe. Give it a try next time you have some extra blueberries, or hop on over to the grocery store and get a box of them and make some of these tarts. You guys will love this recipe. So if you do make them, don't forget to share with me on Instagram. When you do make them, just tag me in there and I'll go over, like your picture and comment. I always appreciate when you guys share my recipes, and I will see everybody next time.